Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to a video on this channel. So in today's video, guys, is actually a relatively special video, because not only am I reviewing an unreleased car, but also this car is meant to be a limited vehicle in the next update. So the cars that I actually have here is the 2018 Dodge Ram. The cool thing about this, though, is that they are both fictional trims of the Dodge Ram, one of them being limited. So this yellow trim right here is the SFP10, and this is actually the non-limited trim. So this is like the sort of version of the car that you'll always be able to buy, but it is still a fictional trim and it doesn't actually exist in real life. And then we have the SFP 750 TT right here, which is actually the limited edition trim, and it does look like a limited car as well, as you guys can see, because you know it's got all the stripe decals and stuff, which you know most cars in the game don't have. But I've tested out the performance on these things already prior to recording, and I'm just gonna say they're pretty insane, so stay tuned for that. Alright, so the first trim that I'm going to be reviewing here is the SFP10. Okay, so one cool thing that I'd like to actually point out, which is on both of these trims, is that it is actually a left-handed drive car, which I found quite interesting, since you know American cars are usually right-hand driven. So, but of course it is a fictional car, so I guess it doesn't really matter anywhere near as much. But yeah, anyways, moving straight into these startups down here. Extremely beefy startup. I actually really like the sound of that. And then a rev test right here. So yeah, nothing too insane for the rev, but the actual like engine idle sounds are also really nice, I've noticed. Then we got a horn test right here. Pretty basic, but not too bad at the same time. Then we got the blinker test. Not too bad. And yeah, anyways, let's get straight into driving this thing. So an interesting thing that Hunter actually pointed out to me is that they're basically just modernized versions of the 2004 and 2006 trims that actually did exist on the Rams. However, obviously these are 2018 trims, so they're not actually like, you know, in real life, I guess, since those are only for those older models. So even though this is actually meant to be the lowest trim out of the other trim that I'm also reviewing, just driving this thing, it doesn't even feel like slow at all. And honestly, this is a very solid car. As you guys can see as well, it's got some pretty solid suspension on it. So for those of you guys who like off-roading in this game, definitely going to be a good selling point for you guys. Yeah, so wow, as you guys can see, this thing accelerates so quick. Also, the sound while driving the car isn't anything really crazy, but it's definitely not bad at all. But it does sound pretty similar to like the, you know, the copy and paste sort of sounds that they use on most trucks in the game. So yeah, anyways guys, now we're going to move into the 0 to 60 test. So in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, decent launch right there. And wow, we're already at 0 to 60. Holy crap, that was fast. I don't even think that was like 2 seconds long, dude. That's actually insane. And this isn't even the highest trim. Alright, now I'm just gonna go straight up to top speed, see what this thing maxes out at. And we are at 150 miles per hour. Okay, that's actually pretty surprising. But yeah, this thing has very good performance, especially for not even being the highest trim and not even being a limited either. And I can definitely see a lot of people who may not have as much money in game buying this thing. I don't actually know how much money any of these trucks cost, but I don't think this one would cost more than like 200k, so definitely a solid purchase for those of you guys who like trucks but also like having high performance vehicles. Alright guys, now we are moving on to the limited trim. So this is probably the trim that you guys have been waiting for the whole video, so let's get straight into it. So once again, it is left hand drive like the other trim. Now let's do a startup test right here. Alright, basically sounds, if not the exact same as the other trim, but still really nice. I really like this sound. And then we got a rev test. Okay, so you guys can actually see that this rev test is a little bit different because this trim actually has a supercharger on it. Yeah, anyways, moving on to the blinker test right here. Pretty much identical to the last trim. And then the horn test. Again, literally the exact same as the last trim. And yeah, let's get into driving this thing. So yeah, this thing does have a little bit of a different driving sound, as you guys can tell, quite a bit more aggressive. But yeah, anyways, you guys can see that this thing accelerates at like light speed, dude. It's actually crazy. Like, just doing this, it basically feels almost like a Tesla, apart from the fact that it actually has to shift. So I mean, it's definitely understandable that this thing is a limited edition trim, because I really couldn't see this thing actually being like a real car in the game, I guess. I do notice as well that because of this thing's like crazy speed, it does cause it to actually like skid a little bit in this snowy weather. I'm assuming when the weather goes back to grass, it'll fix itself, but at least for now, it's pretty hard to drive this thing, but I mean, it's still bearable to a degree at least. Yeah, anyways guys, we're gonna be doing a 0 to 60 test right here. So yeah, in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, there we go. That was actually pretty fast. I'm pretty sure that was a lot faster than the last trim. And then going straight up to top speed right here, as you guys can see, we are accelerating so fast, and the top speed is basically 190 miles per hour. That's basically like supercar level, to be honest. Like, most supercars in this game go around that sort of speed. So I mean, that is absolutely crazy. I'm guessing that a lot of truck enthusiasts out there are going to be extremely happy to see this thing come to the game, since from my knowledge at least, there's no other truck in the game right now that has this crazy performance. Yeah, so extremely cool vehicle right here. I'm definitely going to be buying this thing when it comes out. Again, I don't really know what the price on this thing is. It could literally be anywhere from like 100k to like 500k. I don't think it'd be anything above that. Again, could definitely be wrong with that though. But yeah, tell me what you guys think about these cars in the comments below. Personally, I think they're really sick. Really happy I got to review them for you guys today. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.